Hello, Serge here for the Backyard Driving Range. I recently had a lesson with one of my regulars here in Greenville, South Carolina, and I call him Dr. A. And after the lesson, he sent me an email a couple days later, and this is what he said. Hi, Don. I feel that today was our best lesson ever. Well, I guess it maybe came in the same day. I really appreciate all the work you've done over the years to bring golf to a higher level. I totally believe that good alignment is the cornerstone of developing a good swing that produces lower scores. You have definitely made me a believer. Thanks again for all your help today. I'll be working on my setup alignment and lateral shift. So I guess that definitely was the day I gave him the lesson. So I hit some balls afterwards, and I guess it really worked out well. So let me talk to you. Let me tell you what I did with Doc. Now, he's been coming to me for probably 5 or 6 years now, and basically he's got the Surge swing down pretty good. I mean, he's working hard on it, and but he just got this thing where he likes to aim in the right field bleachers. So I'm going to get the alignment arrows out here, and I'm going to talk to you, give you a brief synopsis here about what I just did with him and what I taught him. And in the meantime, I learned something myself that fine-tuned this even more, the alignment situation even more. All right, so I'm going to try to get this set up at the camera, since the camera will definitely help us to stay, and you can see these lines better as to what I'm talking about. So I really got to move this thing around. So I'm going to move this up more and get it. I'm trying to get this line at the camera. Not too far off. That's pretty good right there. I can't see the camera through the club, so I think I'm in business. So we'll put a little pink ball down here. All right, so it stands out here. Now, it all involves how, you know, when I talk about making the H, the first thing we do is we find a spot in front of our ball. We want to keep it really close. You don't want to be 2 or 3, 4, 5 feet out there. 1 foot, 1 inch off line, 3 feet in front of the ball, fans or flares out, 10 yards every 100 yards. All right, so you only want to find that spot 2 or 3 inches in front of it if you can. So you're going to start here. I've always mentioned I start here and I point my club and I check it out that my spot is correct. And now I'm going to make my quarter circle from the target line to what will be my toe, parallel left line, okay? And this is the ball position line, all right? So whatever club I have, I'm going to start here. And when I did this the first time for him, or I did it once or twice to show him again, I finally realized something I never really paid a lot of attention to. When I start here, I usually have the ball, this club, on that line, and when I'm demonstrating this to somebody, that ball is going to be about here, almost at about the middle of the shaft between the grip and the head. All right? And I noticed as I'm walking here, I keep that club. Remember, I've always done it, and I've done it in the past where I say I go tick, 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 bing. Well, I've always kept that. This club is like it's on a tripod and it's swiveling right, keeping that ball on it. It's always on the ball. And when I get here, it's still over here, which means that once I hand the club from my right hand to my left hand so that it's pointing at my left hip, the ball is still somewhat in the middle of my club, which means I'm just about the perfect distance of where I need to be to when I start making the H. This goes to the target, see the face square. This comes in to tell me the ball position. Then these toes come to here, and then I go down to the ball. All right? And I noticed that, and I never noticed that. It's the first time I've ever realized. So I've been doing this subconsciously all these years, but when I do that, this club is swiveling right, this shaft is swiveling right on top of that ball, and it's the same place it started over there is where about here, and when I come in from there, that's where my toe line is eventually going to go. All right? Now, Doc was still having a big problem of aiming to the right, and the other big problem he was having was he would get in here, and most of the time I noticed that he was starting way too far away from the ball, so he's going like this. He's trying to sneak up on the ball, right? So he's in here, and it's coming in here, and he was having trouble. And then he'd get here, and he's still trying to figure are his arms hanging the right way and everything else. And then when I went over this with him, and I introduced that swivel, balls on the shaft in the same place, and I get over here, he was almost in the perfect place to just put his left hand on the club, straight down, plant his feet, and go. It made it, I mean, it got so smooth and just so easy for him to do. But even if it's smooth and it's more consistent and even, we could say, easier to do, you still got to be thinking about it all the time. You can't get careless. As soon as you get careless, boom, you're in trouble. Remember, all it takes is 1 inch off line and you're going the wrong way. And in many cases, if you're a right-hander, the tendency would be to aim to the right because of the fact that the straight line we see back here, where our eyes peering to a central point out from my nose and going straight through there, when we come here now and we turn our head this way, that line that we saw straight there is no longer straight. It's elliptically curved from right to left. It's a thing we call parallax vision. You're getting a side view of it. And so it changes all the angles. Once you understand what that changes, then you know how to work with it. Everything that you want to do in good setup and good swing, you just can't do it. You got to always be working on a good routine and good thoughts and try to do what your swing thought is you're working on when you get in to make the swing. All right? If you want to see more about this, we got the ultimate alignment video. Some people say, a lot of Sergites say it's the best thing I've ever done. And this goes into tremendous detail, but this little thing about the shaft is not on there, so you got a secret right there on that one. And add that to the video, and you'll be in good shape. To the ultimate alignment video, you'll be in good shape. Alignment, alignment, alignment. Don't play golf without it. And just as Doc said, I totally believe that good alignment is the cornerstone of developing a good swing that produces lower scores. The cornerstone, alignment. That's it for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.